Hi, it's Dan here from Flexxable, and today we're going to talk about how to optimize your client acquisition ads on Facebook to keep your cost per lead and cost per appointment down. Let's get stuck in. Okay, so before we get stuck into the optimization process and how to be able to keep your cost per lead down and your cost per appointment down on Facebook, I want to give you a bit of a background as to what this looks like for us over here at Flexxable. Okay, so the reason I'm excited about this and the reason I want to share about our B2B client acquisition stuff over here at Flexxable is because we've been taking one of our students through and holding his hand from start to finish through this whole process. And he switched on his ads last Monday. He spent £40. He's over here in the UK, £40, and he had 5 leads for £8, and he closed 3 of those clients for a combined 10K order total per week. And this is recurring, okay? And it's not always going to be like this. It's not always going to be as successful. I think this was for the solar industry. But you know, there really is a huge opportunity with the way that we run our stuff over here at Flexxable, okay? We basically use Facebook lead ads, but we get around the quality 2 ways. The first one is that we have like a funnel template that makes our lead ads look like landing pages. So, you know, it helps improve the quality and qualifies people out if they're not a good fit. And we also overlay high-level sequences to be able to make sure that, you know, we can get the quality and get the contact rate up, okay? Because the big thing with lead ads is that it's usually poor quality because, you know, people just don't work the lead at all. They just expect the lead to convert from something very simple like a Facebook lead ad, okay? So you have to overlay those 2 things in order to get quality, all right? But I digress, okay? Once you have that all set up and running, and if you do, by the way, if you do need help with that and you are intrigued and you want to learn more about how to land clients with Facebook lead ads, then you'll be able to comment below, just say Facebook lead ads or whatever, and we'll get back to you and kind of talk to you about how we can help you there. But one thing that we have noticed, you know, when we go back to my student and he was switching on his ads on the Monday, he had the first day where things were literally about £5 a lead, and it was super cheap. The leads were just, you know, good quality. It was working so well. And then the next day was a little bit worse. And then the day after that, it just went to 0. Okay, so he had no leads for the day. It looked like everything would stop working, and it was just gone. Right, the success was just gone. And this happens all the time with Facebook. You kind of you enter when you first start a new ad account or a new offer inside that ad account. It kind of just shows you the best quality traffic, the highest tier of traffic, and it works really well. And then what happens is it dies off quickly. All right, so we've figured out that you have to have, in order to like remain sane and not lose your, lose it over ads that used to work and now don't work, we have a little process that you need to follow, okay, in order to keep that cost per lead and cost per appointment down. So I'm going to hand you over to Graham, and he has like a flow chart that he can run you through that takes you from kind of left to right, okay, what to do if the ad set's too expensive, or what to do if the ad's too expensive, or what to do if it's only been 2 days versus 4 days. You know, there's a really nice, easy, simple formula to follow that you can just kind of plug a media buyer into that's going to help you stay successful with your client acquisition lead ads in Facebook. It doesn't even have to be lead ads, but it's kind of, you know, in order to kind of fill calendars and get a lot of clients, you never need more than about $100 per day, unless you've got a huge agency, right? But most of us don't. So $100 a day, this process works up to about $100 a day. It's specifically for B2B ads. And I'm going to hand over to Graham now, and he's going to help you.
Hey guys, so I'm just going to go over quickly the flow chart of how we optimize and scale our kind of B2B ads that we are doing on Facebook right now. So I've done it in a flow diagram, so it's a bit more palatable than me just talking to you. So if we start up here, this is the start. So this is the start. You've run your campaign for about 2 to 4 days. You've got some data in, and now you want to try and go and optimize to try and bring that cost per lead down. So firstly, depending on how many campaigns you've got running, you want to start with your most expensive campaign. And you click into your campaign, obviously, and you find your ad set that is the most expensive. And you start with that ad set. And you go into the ad level. Then you will look at the ads. And again, you want to concentrate on your highest cost per lead first, because that's the thing you want to get rid of to try and bring that cost per lead down. So you find the ad with the highest cost per lead, and then you want to just check to see if it's got good CPC, good cost per clicks or good click-through rates. If an ad has got a very high cost per lead, but very good cost per click or good click-through rate, it could be worth trying a new lead form, because that could tell to me that the lead form isn't converting very well and isn't very congruent with the ad you've got running. So I would double check the congruency with of the lead form with the ad. Maybe try a new lead form to try and bring that cost per lead down, because you are getting cheap traffic, good cost per click. So you want to try and utilize that cheap traffic with a new lead form and just try and convert them there, because you've got to treat the lead forms like a landing page. So you'd be optimizing your landing page, so you should try and optimize your lead form as well. Good cost per clicks, probably, it very much varies on the industry, but you're looking at under $2 probably as a decent cost per click. If it's bad cost per lead and it's bad CPCs and CTRs, I would cull the ad and just start again, or just get rid of it out of that ad set to let the better. Let the ads with better CPLs get more of the spend. And then once you've culled your most expensive, or you tried a new lead form with your most expensive, you want to go and see if any of the ads have a good CPL. You should have a target KPI in mind, and what you want to do is you want to try and cull all your expensive CPLs, or try them in a new lead form if they've got good CPCs but bad CPLs. But if you've got any good ads with good CPLs, then you want to go on this route. We're going to leave on for another day or two to see if the ad set CPL comes down. So at this point, you've turned off the ads that are very expensive, and you might be trying a new lead form with an ad that's got a very good cost per click or a good click-through rate. Leave for another 2 days, and then you want to see the difference and see if that cost per lead comes down into your KPI or gets even lower if your ad's already in KPI. And then you want to check in 2 days' time to see if the CPL came down. If it hasn't, and there's still no decent ads getting good cost per clicks, good cost per leads, then you want to cull that ad set and try a new one. Or you can leave it on and go to the next one. If there are no good ads with CPL and it's just not doing very well, I would cull the ad set and move on. So then, in your campaign that you're doing, if you have multiple ad sets, you want to then go to this one, and if there are more ad sets, you want to go to the next most expensive here, as you can see. And then you want to start the process again. Look at the ads with the highest cost per click and go around this route. If there's multiple, you want to do this for each ad set consistently until you've culled the ads that have got a bad cost per lead and the ad sets that just have no good ads in them and aren't really working. And you want to really trim that down so your cost per lead starts to come down with that. And then when you get to this point again and there's no more ad sets, you want to look at the next steps to take. So this is kind of just other ways that you can try and bring the cost per lead down inside this campaign. So you can try new audiences with the same creatives that are working well to other audiences. You can also try good performing audiences with brand new creatives to try and see if you can beat your current creatives. Or you can try new audiences with different creatives. This one normally is used if you've got very poor results from your creatives and your audiences. These two I prefer because you're only using one variable, so you can easily see what's moving the needle. So with this one, if you try new audiences with the same creative and you're getting cheaper cost per leads than the stuff you had previously, then you know that your audiences are bringing that cost per lead down. With this one, if you're doing good performance audiences already and you're getting better cost per clicks with the new creatives to the same audience, then that kind of tells you that the creative is moving the needle. So these two are good for really isolating what is improving your cost per lead. So this one is just more for if you haven't got any good stuff or everything's tanking, pop this in. And then you can do these. And if one of these works really well, then you can use one of these strategies to try and improve that cost per lead as well. After these, you want to wait again 2 to 4 days, see how they perform. And then you want to go on, and if you've got multiple campaigns, then go down to your next most expensive campaign. If you've only got one campaign, then again, you can go and optimize it with using the same process in the next 2 to 4 days after you've made your changes. And you want to be constantly optimizing on that kind of running 4-day cycle. Never ever, I really don't like taking days in isolation because anything can affect a day's data. You want to be doing at least 2 days, up to 4 if possible, if you're within KPI. If everything's really tanking after a day and a bit, then you by all means go in and optimize. But I would really recommend waiting 2 to 4 days so you get a really good set of data in, so you can really start to make good decisions. If you want to have this flowchart, then just put a comment below this video and we can send that over to you as well. It's pretty simple, but it's good to just get that in your head and know exactly what you're doing. Have a kind of map of how to optimize rather than just doing it without any sort of reference or strategy. Well, cheers for listening today, guys, and I'll send you back to Dan. Cheers.
All right, so I hope you've enjoyed what Graham just shared. It's pretty simple. It's not rocket science, but it is going to help you, as I said, remain sane. So listen, if you are probably like most agency owners that go through a cycle of feast and famine, where you're doing really well, you might lose a wow client, and then you switch your ads on or start your outreach or try and get your referrals, and then things go bad and good, and you just do sales to kind of match those situations. You want to have some consistency to really have great agency growth, and the way we do it over here at Flexxable is exactly that. It allows you to just kind of you don't have to worry too much about losing a whale because you've got so many clients. Right, so if you do need help, if you want to find out more about what we do and how we can help you, then please comment below. I think I said Facebook lead ads, and we'll get in touch. We'll reach out to you. Finally, if you've liked this video, please do give us a like so we know to create more videos like this. As I said, comment below Facebook lead ads if you need help. And finally, please subscribe so you'll be the first to know when we produce new content. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.